Hey folks, happy Saturday morning rant as I drive through Harlem on a Saturday morning. Got my workout in, so I'm chilling. Get past this rant, go back, enjoy my motherfucking Saturday. But I want to start out by saying it's the last rant of the year. So 31 rants in, that's like more than a half a year's worth of rants. I just want to thank supporters, even, whatever you call that, supporters, people who hit me in the DM and be like, yo, thanks for doing that. I can't say it. Glad you could say it. All y'all people who work for some of these toxic ass nonprofits where you got leaders that are just chilling, making money, using legal documents to shut people the fuck up so that nobody complains. It's insidious. It's crazy. I'm glad I'm able to speak up for y'all. I'm glad I position myself to be able to do so. When they cancel me, they should have canceled me all the fucking way. What would have made them think I wasn't coming back to fucking even things out a little bit? Anyway, I do this because I really want to see these nonprofits healthier and doing the right thing and shifts in leadership, if that's the fuck it takes. Because I've been in this work for, 2.5 decades, 23 years now. And I was around when this shit, criminal justice reform, wasn't even a movement. And so I saw what it took to build it. I saw where it was before. And I've seen some of the people who position themselves to be in leadership once other people put in hard work to create the momentum for there to be any philanthropy in this space. So I really do this so I can see shit shift back towards the original vision we had without all the leeches that have come on board. So thanks to my supporters. And then the haters, I said a little bit of it just now. Like, I appreciate the haters too. Everything I've built in my life has been because of the haters. Whether the hater is the state of New York prison system, the federal government, or my nonprofit colleagues who decided to come after me and put me in their version of a prison where Darren Walker, the president of Ford, was the warden, and a bunch of y'all was the correction officers. I got to be honest, like the suffering I've been through at the hands of my colleagues in the criminal justice reform space, the restorative justice people, the equity people, the justice people, was way worse than anything any white supremacist in upstate New York ever did to me while I was locked the fuck up. I gotta be honest, at least they had rules. Like, y'all motherfuckers are treacherous. Not all of y'all, but most of y'all. So thanks to the haters too, because that gets me fired up. That made me go out and build 2 businesses and build differently this time so I could come back and not have to worry about people at Ford Foundation and some of these other foundations calling me up and telling me what I can and can't say to the media and all that. Those days are over. But again, I'm trying to use whatever capital I have today in service of getting it right. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And if I don't get it right, have some fucking grace. And if you can't have grace, just stay the fuck out of my way, because this time I'm not playing games. You come for me, I'm coming for you. So that's my thank you to the haters. That's my thank you to my supporters. Now I want to thank the team at Gem Trainers. So at Gem Trainers, we work with nonprofits. We do executive coaching. We do organizational development. We do fundraising. We do crisis management. It's been a hell of a year. Crisis management, as you can imagine, is a lot of our work because a lot of y'all motherfuckers are in crisis because you ain't doing it right. First of all, you ain't even acting like you're running a business until you get in trouble. Then you bring in a bunch of lawyers and treat everybody like shit. Like, if you act like you're running a business from the beginning and be more transparent with people and be more honest with people and be clear about what your goals are and what it really takes to run a nonprofit business, then maybe shit wouldn't be so fucked up and you could be honest and stop lying about what you're able to do and not able to do. Like, you can't do everything you want to do out in the world in a nonprofit. I mean, it's a legal entity, a legal structure. You have rules, you have regulations, you have policies, you got the government oversight, you got board oversight. So stop lying to your staff, tell them the truth from the beginning, tell them why they don't get paid shit because you negotiated some shitty contract with the federal government and they ain't allowing you to pay people shit, and that you should have decided not to take the grant in the first place. Anyway, y'all get my point. But Gem Trainers, so I got a team of people who are formerly incarcerated, people who've been canceled, people who've been in trouble, people who've been labeled with all sorts of shit in the media. I love my people. I fucking love them. I know at times they probably like, this motherfucker's a pain in the fucking ass because I'm anal, I'm fucking focused, I'm detailed, work fast, produce a great product. I got a tight brand that I run, and of course everyone loves it from far away, and then when they get on board, they're like, this guy's a fucking maniac. Yeah, I'm a fucking maniac. I'm a maniac about doing what the fuck I say I'm gonna do, and every once in a while I get it wrong. So I apologize to them for moments during 2023 when I might have gotten it wrong, but I think more often than not, I get it right. We get it right. We help organizations. We move organizations towards what they say they want to be in their mission statement. And that's just been an amazing year to have people get paid well, do good work, change the field, change the space, change nonprofits, create less suffering, create more healing, and be able to get compensated for that and have that be the way we move through the world. And what I love about my team is that they're not on this progressive left pretentious shit. Everyone is fucking normal. Everyone says what's on their fucking minds, and nobody's fucking Pollyannish about shit. Like, if we get shit wrong, we apologize to each other and we move on. Like, fucking normal shit. Normal fucking shit. Fuck the cancel culture people. Fuck the snowflake bullshit. Fuck the, like, oh, if you don't get it right, like the purity fucking test bullshit. It's just bullshit. It actually centers the work around you instead of where the fuck the work belongs. Anyway, back to my team. I can't seem to get this out. I love my team. They're great. I'm not going to tell you who the fuck they are because y'all are a bunch of fucking punitive motherfuckers. And I know because you don't like me, you're going to try to go after them. I know who y'all are. I'm going to name some of y'all in a minute. I know who y'all are. I know y'all angry that I'm calling this shit out. I know y'all already whispering in corners about coming after me. I've already seen emails. I've already heard recorded conversations. So I know what the fuck is going on. I'm good with it. I know I'm gonna make it out the other end. But y'all keep doing what you do, but don't do it to my team, because then we all gonna come after you. That's the way we're built, and we all understand what we're getting into. And we have some examples in 2023 of like just blowing shit the fuck up because like some prospective client or someone else out in the field has tried to come after us. So come after us if you want to. We're coming back. We're firing back. But I love my team. I love the team at Gem Trainers. They're not my team, the team. End of year. So I had a rough year in real estate this year. Like, you know, it's been rough, man. Like, I bought 90 houses in 4 years, and then the interest rates went up because Biden is a fucking idiot and the Federal Reserve's are fucking idiots as far as I'm concerned. Who the fuck puts interest rates up that fast? I'm trying to house formerly incarcerated people and people on Section 8, and I almost lost my shirt. I had to file bankruptcy when y'all motherfuckers canceled me back in 2017. I almost had to file bankruptcy again, but I'm making it through. I think 2024 is going to be a good year. I'm going to shrink a little bit, go a little bit backwards, not be able to provide as much low-income housing as I wanted to, but I've learned a lot of lessons, made enough money to not give a fuck about much of anything and shit. Like, I don't even know if I want to do this shit anymore. I might. But my point is, it's been a rough year. And the reason I'm saying this out loud is, one, I've learned to spill your own fucking tea before other people fucking spill the tea. And number two, I want to like not have people look at me and be like, oh, he's doing well. Because one thing I learned in the nonprofit space is like, the better you do, the more people come after you. Because they have this impression that you're some kind of superhero and you ain't got no problems in your life. And so they could come after you and tear you down because it makes them feel better about themselves. And everybody likes to see a hero get his ass kicked or her ass kicked before they make some kind of comeback. Y'all are perverted. Humans tend to be perverted. So it's not even y'all. So yeah, I've had a rough fucking year, a really rough fucking year. And I thought I was going to file for bankruptcy because I moved too fast and trusted this guy that ended up stealing from me and a bunch of other crazy shit that I'm going to have to deal with at some point. But I'm going to land on my feet. I really think I'm going to land on my feet. And I thank the people that put up with the days that felt really dark for me during 2023. I know I could be really difficult during those times, but it's because I will not lose. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of organizations. So speaking of like bankruptcy and going out of business, I got a few organizations that I wish would kind of like go the fuck out of business, or at least shrink. I just talked about shrinking my real estate business. Maybe some of y'all should shrink. Let's start with the Fortune Society. So, you know, I talked about Fortune Society in 2023, and I talked about Fortune Society in 2023 because I used to work there many, many years ago. But more importantly, because I have heard a lot of stories about things that have and haven't changed at the organization. And one of the things that hasn't really changed at the organization is the compensation. So I hope now that Stanley Richards is leading this organization, I think as of 2 days from now, that shit is gonna change. Stanley, I wish the best for you. I know people keep calling you a big teddy bear. Like, tell people to stop calling you a big teddy bear, bro. You know why they call you a big teddy bear? Because you're a black, tall, strapped man, bald-headed, and they want you to shrink. They want you to, like, not be that. They want you to be who they want you to be. And so you spent decades being that by your choice. That's your business. I don't not like you because of that. It's just not who the fuck I am. And then they put you through this whole public search to try to figure out whether you were the right person. Fucking unbelievable. That's so white of them to do that. That's ridiculous. You've been there for decades. Who else is going to be the right person to run Fortune? I mean, you and I sat one day. I tried to convince you needed to up and leave that place. You decided you were staying. Put in another decade. Bruh, I can't believe they put you through that. But anyway, now you're the boss. Now you're the boss. Maybe y'all don't need to be so large. Maybe you don't need that much government money in the mix. Maybe you don't need to be like capitulating the government all day while frontline staff are not doing well. Maybe you could change all of that. I noticed y'all starting to like promote formerly incarcerated people in your newsletter, although I got to give you a heads up. The more you promote 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 formerly incarcerated people who have been getting promoted for the last 15 years, the same fucking group of people, the more you show people the exceptions is the more you reinforce the rule. Stop it. Stop it. Find a second, third, fourth bench of leadership of people. Highlight your fucking clients. I know what your clients go through. I used to work there. Highlight your clients who come into the ATI program, the alternative to incarceration, don't do well, and then the DA tries to come down and slam them because they got a chance. Highlight those stories. Like, be a truth teller about those stories. Anyway, Stan, I wish you nothing but the best, bro. Like, now you own it. It's all you. Oh, and if you ever need gem trainers, holler at me. That's Glenn at gemtrainers.com. Let's move on. Oh, Common Justice. Man, this one's a hard one because I believe in the people who work at Common Justice. I just don't believe in the person who founded Common Justice, Miss Sared, because I knew her. She used to be like, oh, can we grab coffee? Can we grab coffee? And what I didn't know back then, because I was fucking naive, thinking everybody was in this work trying to do the right thing, was that she was using me for legitimacy. She was using me for my intellectual property, and she was lying to me about the fact that she was partnered up with Gabriel Saya, and she was actually picking me for information. So she and I would get together. I would tell her about my challenges. If I was having a challenge with him, I'm gonna talk about him in a second, then she would get that information and obviously go home. And then they had a baby together, and I think they got married, whatever. Like, the point is, like, she's actually really good at, like, getting black men to give her their intellectual property and then monetizing it or weaponizing it. I mean, I would argue that that's how that whole organization got started. You might as well call the organization, like, take black men's intellectual property, package it, sell it, make money off of it, and then write a book saying that you learned so much from these great black men. Or you could just use your white privilege to help position these black men to tell their own stories, to create their own programs, to do their own fundraising, to run their own organizations, to write their own books. That's your choice. I really dig the people that work there, but, you know, the origin story of that organization and the woman who started, I'd never get over how that woman treated me when I was having challenges with her partner, and she told me, that's between you and him. You go deal with that. Where's the restorative justice in that, huh? Oh, that's your common justice. That is pretty common for you. I'll never forget that. I'm gonna tell that story more and more in 2024. I'm gonna tell the details, and I'm gonna show some of the receipts. And then the last organization, Qatal, Gabriel Saya. You want to know why Rikers Island is not closed? Blame Gabriel Saya. Talk about white male privilege coming into criminal justice reform, pimping out black people, particularly formerly incarcerated black people, so that he has legitimacy, so that he can raise money. Not that much different than his partner. They belong together. Perfect couple. Because the truth is, Rikers is not closed because he got angry at me because we were in the middle of a $550,000 grant, and I told him that he could keep the other half of the grant, and I would give him another $100,000 in a few months so that we could transition away from working with them, because my team was telling me that the relationship just wasn't working out. And his response was, yo, fuck you. Every dollar you make for Rikers Island, we're going to get half of it because I helped you to create the campaign to close Rikers. Motherfucker, you didn't help me to create shit. And then after I fucking get canceled, he writes a letter to the field saying he had nothing to do with it. Motherfucker, only guilty people do that. Fuck is wrong with you? That was so stupid. That was an amateur move. I was really unimpressed. In fact, I hired you in the beginning because I thought you were fucking strategic. And I got to admit, you were pretty strategic in setting me up. But you're not strategic in the long term. And the audio tape of you telling me that you're going to come after me, you and your partner, who I'm not going to mention actually, because he's a black man and I know how you deploy him like a pit bull. And the truth is, I actually feel sorry for him. So I won't come after him. I won't name him. But you did deploy him like he was your dog. And that's what you do to black people mostly. You position them so that you can get what you need from them. And then you also use other black men and black women as your proxy so that you can sit there and not say much. All of it comes up in this audio tape that I'm going to share in 2024. But yeah, Catal, man, like, I don't even know the people at Catal. They probably like, yo, who the fuck is this dude, Glenn Martin, talking shit about us, and why? Because I think most of the people that work there probably wasn't even around doing this work when you and I were working together to try to close Rikers, and things ended up falling apart. And you decided that the money that was being raised to do the work to close Rikers was more important than the work to close Rikers. But yeah, I don't know, Qatar, maybe you should, I don't know, transition, second bench of leadership, third bench of leadership, like, or maybe you should just come at me and respond. Like, that would be amazing. Or we could just sit on stage together and talk it out in front of people. I'm good with that. I'm good with it because I'm rich, nigga. Like, I don't need your money. I don't need none of y'all's money. I like working with nonprofits. I like helping nonprofits, but I'm telling you, Gabriel, it took me years to figure this shit out, but I saw how you try to harm me. Like, your goal was like, make it so that this black man will never be in the labor market, make it so he can't earn money, went bankrupt, almost killed myself in 2017, almost killed myself. Great job, white man, great job. But you should have stuck around and made sure I wasn't breathing. Anyway, I got a new podcast, folks. You know why? Because I wanted to institutionalize these rants. People love them from what they're saying. I know they don't really love them, but they can't really take a swing at their boss, and I can. And, you know, I know y'all don't really love me. I know y'all don't really love me. Some of y'all, most of y'all, I know y'all don't love me because I know when I get in trouble, I've been in trouble before. Y'all motherfuckers ain't rolling with me. But I still kind of dig the fact that y'all are rolling with these rants. And now they're in the podcast. So follow me, you know, Saturday Morning Rants, hashtag Saturday Morning Rants, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. We're trying to get this up on all of my vehicles. Soon we're going to be selling some Saturday Morning Rant materials, naming some of these organizations and where we think they don't show up well. And so if you really want to support us, you'll be able to rock some of this material, really trying to help reposition not just nonprofits, but philanthropy. I know y'all scared of philanthropy. I know, like, you know, I had my little thing with the Arnold Foundation a few weeks ago, and y'all was like, yo, you 100% right, but you on your own, my nigga. I hope y'all don't feel like that in 2024, but I get it. I get it. If you work in nonprofit, you really are a slave to philanthropy, but I'm not. So I'm probably going to be calling out some folks in philanthropy too. And it's not because I want to see people go, some people, and it's not because I want to see the movement not be here, because some of y'all like, oh, he's going to take money away from the movement. I ain't got that kind of power. Who the fuck am I? I ain't got no power. I can't end the movement. I can help build one. But I can't end the movement. And what I'm really trying to do is actually make sure the money goes to the right people for the right reasons. And so even when my clients don't get it right, I find myself having to call them out. And some of them get emotional, and I lose clients for that. It's all good. I'm good with that. I've built my business so that I could just tell the truth. And if people don't like it, they can decide to get rid of me, get rid of my team. But our income is so diverse and my team is so committed that we're actually, you know, good with telling the truth and losing resources. So in the meantime, man, look, I'm not even in Harlem no more. I'm on the Upper West Side. I'm in the Upper East Side of the city. I'm gonna find me a place to grab some brunch. I'm gonna recognize that I'm ending this year in a really good place, how blessed I am. I'm going to recognize how difficult it is for some people during the holidays, at the end of the year, in 2017, 2018, when I was depressed, when I was suicidal, when I was going through bankruptcy, when I needed to pay $6,000 a month child support with no job, unemployable, because y'all motherfuckers was like, oh, he's toxic, I can't touch him. I remember what those days was like. And so anybody out there that's suffering, that's going through hard times, that's really thinking hard about whether you should be in the world, or you got people like some of my colleagues that was literally telling me that I should just disappear and die. Don't. Like, you want to figure out why you're going through these dark times, just make it to the light. When you get to the light, you'll totally understand why you're going through these hard times. One is that it's going to make you more resilient. It's going to strengthen your character. It's going to just expand the tools that you have to tackle life. But more importantly, it's going to position you to help other people that are going through tough times. And that's the magic at the end of the road when you're going through a dark tunnel. Look around for who's rolling with you, because those are your people for life. You know, remember the people who didn't roll with you, because guess what? They're going to come back. But it doesn't mean you have to dismiss them, but it means that you have to remember that when you were in a dark place, they weren't rolling with you. That's okay. Most human beings are like that. But remember the people who did roll with you. Happy New Year, folks. I can't wait till 2024. We're going to have a good time together. We're going to have ups and downs. Life is full of ups and downs, but we're going to have a great time together. Hit me in the DM with ideas that I should be talking about. Hit me in the DM about organizations I should be talking about. Hit me in the DM with things that are happening internally that you want me to expose. I promise not to blow you up. I'm the best keeper of secrets. Trust me. I got a treasure trove of receipts from this nonprofit space. I'm a great keeper of secrets. So hit me up. And if you just need my help, hit me up. Don't always ask me for money. I know people ask me for money a lot. I give away money sometimes, but I really do it when I want to do it. It's not much that can sort of make me do it. And I don't want hurt feelings between us, because I'm very direct and very blunt, and I will say no. Look, don't let nobody steal your rainbow. Have a great last couple of days of 2023. And best wishes to you and your loved ones and your family and your colleagues and whoever you love in this world for 2024. Peace.